Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down 80! Kill!
Here's the newest member of the 15,000-yard club. It's Frank Gore. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
90 is a mic. Check.
Allen going to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018, and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Dolphins' 46-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. Turn, go.
On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? It's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And that's complete to Croft.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down is Allen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
To the air, Allen. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
Now it's Gore. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Frank Gore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balazs. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Gore. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And the grab by Croft. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Allen to throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Kill. All right, here we go.
They'll run here with Balazs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digit into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Pilot, 64, weak. Check 37.
On 1st down, it's Gore. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Allen now looks to throw. They go with the screen to Gore. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here we go. Here we go. Alert, alert, alert.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here I come again.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get me.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Parker. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Check 43. Pass 85. Pass 85.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep left, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check tight. Check tight.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch the whip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, quarter.
Rosen will throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 2-yard line.
Allen now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. That one was intended for John Brown, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Where's 50? 52. 52's the mic. Here we go.
Allen to throw once more. It's caught. Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Frank Gore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Hauschka with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Stephen Hauschka, the kickoff for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to float this one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A final shot before half for Allen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Rosen on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time on the catch and run. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Monday.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really...
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Middle.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Third and long here for Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert! Out! Showing it! Hey, protein spill! Check 24! Check! Hey, home! Crunch! Go!
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Check three!
Allen off the play fake, rolling to his right. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
First and goal at the 8-yard
first and goal. Gore. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go. They're safe.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Quarter. Bravo! Watch the edge!
Here's Rosen to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Check 3. Check 50. Check 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
To return is Roberts. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much. I'm back. Due to the illegal block in the back.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to
leave the booth.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Allen. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Robert Kimdichie coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tackles. Alert. 49.
Now Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw is Rosen. And now here's another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get ready.
On play action, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rosen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? Watch Mike, watch Mike. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
The dump off good for 8 there on 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, Gore. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10.
Now Gore. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our guys.
She's singing too.
No, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Dolphins on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the right side open is Gesicki. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run it with Balaj going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. So